What if one of the richest and most influential people on Earth suddenly appeared at a tennis match? Not for the tournament, not for the celebrities, but for one rising star. No one expected to see Bill Gates sitting quietly inside the VIP box at the Berlin Open. And what happened after Alex Eala's stunning victory left fans asking one question. Why was Bill Gates there? The answer turned an ordinary tennis match into one of the most talked about stories of the season. Let's dive in. The Berlin Open was supposed to be another important stop on Alex Eala's journey toward Wimbledon. Nothing more, nothing less. But by the end of the day, the headlines weren't just about tennis anymore. They were about an unexpected visitor whose presence stunned players, officials, and thousands of fans watching around the world. Before that unforgettable moment could happen, Alex had a challenge standing in her way. Donna Vekic. Fresh off one of the biggest victories of her career, the Croatian star arrived in Berlin full of confidence. She had just completed an incredible run at Queen's Club, capturing the biggest grass court title of her career after entering the tournament as a lucky loser. Her confidence was soaring. Many believed she would continue that momentum. Meanwhile, Alex Eala entered Berlin carrying a very different story. Only days earlier, she had suffered a disappointing loss that sparked criticism across social media. Questions started appearing everywhere. Was the pressure finally catching up to her? Had opponents figured out her game? Could she maintain her rapid rise through the rankings? For most young players, those questions would create doubt. For Alex, they created motivation. As she walked onto center court, she looked calm, focused, determined. From the very first point, something felt different. Her movement was sharper. Her timing was perfect. Every rally seemed to unfold exactly the way she wanted. Donna Vekic tried attacking with power. Alex answered with precision. Vekic aimed for the corners. Alex somehow reached everything. The rallies became longer. The pressure became heavier. And slowly, the match slipped completely out of Vekic's control. The opening set disappeared in just under 30 minutes. Alex claimed it 6-2. The crowd sensed they were witnessing something special. Vekic wasn't ready to surrender. She mixed up her tactics. She rushed the net. She changed pace. She searched desperately for answers. But every adjustment met the same response. Alex had another solution. Her left-handed angles pushed Vekic farther off the court. Her anticipation seemed almost unbelievable. Every winner increased the crowd's excitement. Every point brought her closer to another statement victory. Finally, one last clean backhand winner landed inches inside the line. Game, set, match, 6-2, 6-3. For the third consecutive time, Alex Eala had defeated Donna Vekic. It wasn't just another win. It was domination. The crowd erupted. Philippine flags waved proudly around the stadium. Alex smiled, raised a fist, and thanked the fans. She believed the biggest moment of her day had just happened. She had no idea something even more extraordinary was waiting. High above center court, inside one of the stadium's most exclusive VIP suites, a man had been watching every single point. Not casually, not for entertainment, but with genuine interest. At first, very few people noticed him. Then whispers started spreading. Phones came out. Heads turned toward the luxury suite. Security quietly increased around the area. Tournament officials began confirming what fans thought they had seen. It really was Bill Gates, the Microsoft co-founder, the billionaire philanthropist, a lifelong tennis enthusiast. His appearance immediately became one of the biggest talking points inside the stadium. Why Berlin? Why this tournament? Why Alex Eala? Those questions spread faster than the match highlights themselves. Bill Gates has attended major tennis events before. He's played charity matches with Roger Federer. He's supported tennis-related causes for years. But this appearance felt different. Unlike Grand Slam events packed with celebrities, the Berlin Open wasn't expected to attract one of the world's most recognizable business leaders. Yet there he was, watching quietly, focused almost entirely on Alex's performance.
No interviews, no publicity, no announcements.
Just careful observation. As Alex celebrated her victory on court, she remained completely unaware that one of the world's most famous entrepreneurs had been watching from only a few hundred feet away. Then something unexpected reportedly happened. According to the story shared in the original transcript, Bill Gates requested a private meeting with Alex after the match. News of that reported meeting spread almost instantly throughout the tournament. Fans couldn't believe it. Why would someone like Bill Gates want to speak privately with a 21-year-old tennis player? Was it about tennis? A business opportunity? A charity project? Or something nobody saw coming? The speculation exploded across social media. Everyone wanted answers. And as Alex walked away from center court, she was about to enter a conversation that, if the reported account is accurate, would become one of the most memorable moments of her career. But what was actually discussed behind those closed doors? That's where the story becomes even more fascinating. The door slowly closed behind Alex. Outside, tournament staff continued preparing for the next round. Inside, the atmosphere was completely different. According to the story shared in the original transcript, Bill Gates stood up, smiled warmly, and welcomed the young Filipina. There were no television cameras.
No reporters. No photographers.
Just a quiet conversation between two people whose journeys couldn't have looked more different. One had built one of the world's largest technology companies. The other was still fighting to establish herself among tennis's elite. Yet, if the reported account is accurate, Gates believed they had something important in common: the willingness to ignore limits. As Alex took a seat, Gates reportedly congratulated her on her impressive performance. But he wasn't focused only on the score. He had been following her journey, her determination, her resilience, and the way she continued moving forward despite setbacks. For a moment, tennis wasn't the topic. Character was. According to the transcript, Gates shared lessons from his own career. He talked about the importance of believing in long-term goals, even when others doubted them. He reflected on the early days of Microsoft, when many people believed success was impossible. He explained that every meaningful achievement begins with people willing to challenge expectations. If that conversation happened as described, it was a message Alex likely understood better than anyone. Her career had never followed the easy path. Coming from the Philippines, she entered a sport traditionally dominated by countries with far greater tennis history and resources. Every tournament required proving herself again. Every victory demanded even more effort. Every setback brought new criticism. Yet she kept coming back. Stronger, smarter, more determined. That's exactly what fans admire most about Alex Eala. Not just her forehand, not just her speed, but her mindset. She refuses to stop believing. And according to the story, that's exactly what caught Bill Gates' attention. The conversation reportedly shifted toward the future. Not simply rankings, not simply trophies, but something much bigger: legacy. Gates is said to have encouraged Alex to think beyond the next match, beyond the next tournament, beyond Wimbledon, because athletes have the power to inspire millions. Their influence doesn't end when the match finishes. Sometimes it only begins. Those words reportedly left a lasting impression. Then came the biggest surprise. According to the transcript, Gates reached into his folder and introduced an opportunity connected with the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. Rather than discussing sponsorships or financial support, the reported conversation centered on leadership and using success to create a positive impact beyond sport. If accurate, it represented recognition that went far beyond tennis. For a young athlete still building her career, that kind of acknowledgement would be unforgettable. Alex reportedly paused for several seconds. She didn't immediately know what to say. Sometimes, moments become so unexpected that words simply disappear. Imagine spending years chasing victories on the court, only to discover that your determination had attracted the attention of one of the world's most influential philanthropists. Whether you're a tennis fan or not, that's an incredible story. As news of the reported meeting spread, social media exploded. Fans began sharing photos from Berlin. Speculation filled every comment section. Some believed it marked the beginning of an exciting partnership. Others simply celebrated the recognition Alex had earned through years of relentless hard work. Across the Philippines, supporters proudly shared the news. For many, Alex had become more than just a tennis player. She had become proof that dreams from smaller tennis nations can reach the biggest stages. Meanwhile, Alex remained focused, because despite all the excitement, the tournament wasn't over. The next challenge was already waiting. One of the toughest opponents on tour. Another opportunity to prove herself. Another chance to keep climbing toward Wimbledon. That's what makes champions different. They celebrate, then they get back to work. Regardless of what happens next in Berlin, one thing is already clear. Alex Eala's story continues to grow far beyond the tennis court. Every tournament adds another chapter. Every victory inspires another generation. And every challenge makes her journey even more compelling. Whether the reported meeting becomes one of the defining moments of her career or simply another unforgettable memory, it has already captured the imagination of tennis fans around the world. Sometimes greatness isn't measured only by trophies. Sometimes it's measured by the people who believe in your potential. And sometimes, one unexpected meeting can inspire millions. So what do you think? If you had the chance to spend 1 hour talking with Bill Gates after the biggest victory of your career, what question would you ask him first? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like the video, subscribe for more inspiring tennis stories, and turn on notifications so you never miss the next big moment in the world of tennis. Because Alex Eala's journey is only getting started. Alex sat quietly for a moment, taking in everything she had just heard. If the account in the original transcript is accurate, this wasn't a conversation about becoming a richer athlete or signing another endorsement deal. It was about something far more meaningful. Bill Gates reportedly wanted her to think beyond the tennis court, beyond rankings, beyond Grand Slam trophies, beyond the headlines. For someone like Alex Eala, whose entire life had revolved around training, traveling, and competing, that idea carried enormous weight. Every athlete dreams of lifting trophies. Very few stop to think about the influence they can have once those trophies are won. According to the transcript, Gates believed Alex had that potential, not because she was already a global superstar, but because of the way she handled adversity. Think about everything Alex had already experienced. She left home at a young age to train in Europe. She sacrificed birthdays, family gatherings, and the normal teenage life most people take for granted. Every victory came after thousands of unseen hours on the practice court. Every defeat became another lesson. Most people only watch the final match. They don't see the lonely mornings, the injuries, the pressure, the constant travel, the fear of losing ranking points, the criticism after every defeat. Alex had lived through all of it, and yet she kept showing up. That kind of resilience can't be measured by statistics alone. It's measured by character. If the reported conversation happened as described, Gates recognized exactly that. He reportedly explained that success is never a straight line. When Microsoft was still a small company, many experts believed it would fail. People questioned every decision. Many investors weren't convinced. But Gates continued building anyway. The same principle, he reportedly suggested, applies to elite athletes. People will always have opinions. Some will believe in you. Others will doubt you. The important thing is continuing forward regardless. For Alex, those words may have sounded familiar. Throughout her career, she has faced enormous expectations from Filipino fans eager to see a homegrown tennis champion succeed on the world stage. Every match carries pressure. Every tournament becomes another test. One victory creates excitement. One loss creates criticism. Living with that level of expectation isn't easy. Yet she continues to compete with remarkable composure. The conversation reportedly became even more personal. Rather than discussing forehands or backhands, Gates focused on leadership. He encouraged Alex to understand that young athletes inspire people in ways they often don't realize. A child watching one of her matches today might decide to pick up a tennis racket tomorrow. A teenager struggling with self-confidence might gain courage after seeing her fight through adversity. Parents might encourage their children to dream bigger because of her story. That's influence. And influence can last much longer than any championship trophy. According to the transcript, Gates emphasized that true success comes from using that influence responsibly. Not everyone receives a platform capable of reaching millions of people. Those who do have an opportunity to create lasting change. That message reportedly left Alex speechless. For years, her focus had been simple. Train harder, improve every day, win matches, climb the rankings. Now, someone was encouraging her to think about something much bigger.